It's NASCAR Cup Series practice on FS1, presented by Toyota. Welcome to Daytona. If you're a race car, this is why you're here. You qualify Wednesday, race 150 miles on Thursday, another 500 on Sunday. And if you're really good, and if fate smiles upon your driver, you wind up here in the Motorsports Hall of Fame outside of turn number 4. For the next 51 weeks, the winning car sits here, covered in champagne stains and confetti, where everyone can point to it as the Daytona 500 champion. Hi, everybody. I'm Mike Joy. It's a long drive to get here, and it starts right now. Let's join my analysts, Kevin Harvick and Clint Boyer.
Well, Clint, I hope Mike gets up here in a hurry because this can get out of control pretty quick, but it does start right here. As you look at this first practice and all the anticipation and everything that leads up to this race starts in this practice to get all the details out of the car, because that's really what's going to matter tonight in qualifying.
Well, this is the big one, Kevin. This is the Daytona 500. This is the one that we're all here for. Again, we just watched that football Super Bowl. It's out of the way. This is our Super Bowl. Starting on the front row of this baby, this is a big deal. You want to be on the front row, that means you got to have a fast hot rod. That's what this qualifying practice is all about. But the business behind this, we got 8 cars going for 4 spots. There's some go or go homers. They need a fast hot rod they can qualify in today.
Drivers getting ready. Denny Hamlin getting set to go. Fellas signing autographs for the fans and getting ready to go to work. Ryan Blaney, Joey Logano, Team Penske at the ready. Defending series champ Kyle Larson wants to get a run in early. And the man who is trying to do the three-peat, William Byron, winner of the last 2 Daytona 500s. Pacing in the garage, waiting his turn at the track. Kyle Larson, one of the first cars out on track.
Kevin, what are we trying to figure out here?
Well, you want to maximize the time, and you see right off the bat, you see the front of that car bouncing, and that's going to go right into what the crew sees as well. To be able to get the height set on this car, you want it as low as possible, whole car as low as possible to the ground without hitting the splitter on the ground. And you see that car bouncing around. You have to tolerate some of that for qualifying. You're obviously not going to want to race it that way, but to make the most amount of speed, that car has to be right next to that asphalt.
And obviously they're holding that down with the shock adjustment so they can adjust out of these cars too. So very rigid driving around here, and it bounces them around big time inside the car too. You'll see their heads look like a little bobblehead.
They do look like a bobblehead, but I think from a driver's standpoint, we went from Bowman Gray on Wednesday. Now we're at Daytona. And one of the hardest things to figure out from a driver's standpoint here is how much slower the inputs are on the steering wheel to be able to follow that yellow line right around the racetrack, because you want to have the least amount of distance around the racetrack, because this is going to come down to hundredths of a second in qualifying to be able to get the pole, and sometimes that'll pick you up a couple spots, just a couple hundredths of a second.
All right, let's check in down in the garage. Larry McReynolds is down there along with Regan Smith.
Well, Mike, undoubtedly one of the best days of the year. Daytona 500 practice has begun. Cars are on the racetrack, and the garage down here is an absolute buzz. It started at 6 a.m. this morning. The teams came in, started to prepare their cars, maybe rolled through tech to check out them just a little bit. But then the next thought process is, what is the agenda for this practice? Oftentimes we sometimes see guys go out and maybe want to draft, but generally speaking, up and down through the garage area, it is going to be all single car runs. There's a couple teams that would like to do a little drafting so that they can go out and allow their driver to hit pit road, possibly feel like what it's going to be for tomorrow night in the duels. Outside of that, though, what you see is going to be cars just trying to go as fast as they can. Larry Mack, what do you got?
Well, Regan, if you dig through this garage area long and hard enough, you never know what you might uncover. And I uncovered something interesting this morning. Think about this. Teams have not had a super speedway practice since we were here at Daytona 1 year ago. Yeah, you've got the agenda, single car run, single car race run. I found another agenda. It's in the optical scanning station right now, the 71 car of Michael McDowell. Talked to his crew chief, Travis Peterson. They are not going to practice. And I said, you know, Travis, why are you not going to practice? He said, Larry, we sat on the pole the last time we were out of Speedway at Talladega. I have to trust my process. I've got everything set on this race car because, guys, you know, when you go around the racetrack, things kind of move. The one big variable, though, it's called a Camaro ZL1 body. It's a different body than what they had at Talladega. I guess in about 10 or 11 hours, we'll know if this was the right move.
It's a bold move, that's for sure. There is the new nose of the Camaro.
I like a bald eagle on that nose.
All right, Tyler Reddick, among those out on the track searching for speed.
Is this tire any different? Or do you see a little bit of rubber down the bottom in the corners? No, it is not. Same as we've been on for a while. That's it for no issues, no vibrations. Just seeing a rubber line. Feel like that's very early. All right, copy that. We'll note it.
Well, and that's just the driver noticing what's going on the racetrack, and the racetrack is going to be as clean as it's going to be all weekend. With, you know, they ran the 24-hour race here with those sports cars, but they have definitely cleaned the racetrack and all the weather and everything that's come through here. So one end of the racetrack will have a little rubber on it more than the other, but I think that as you go through practice and you see those things from a driver's standpoint, that's what you want to hear, because this, like I said earlier, this is all about the details of what you can get out of this car. So that driver feedback of how much it's hitting the racetrack, am I having to turn the wheel too much, is there rubber on the racetrack, the team is going to feed the information to the driver, hey, you're too high, and they'll go back and they'll look at all that data to be able to overlay the cars to see exactly where they're getting beat on the racetrack and why.
And you can see how smooth he is right there with that wheel, and you touched on it earlier, Kevin. Very important back in the day. You know, I remember just do not move that wheel. As you said, any input you put in that thing is scrubbing speed. So holding that wheel, holding a pretty wheel and being steady with it is very important.
And the drivers, the teams have options for how quick that rack and pinion is and all the things that are driver preference. So the drivers do have some things that they do a little bit differently than others.
All right, Corey Heim has gone to the top of the board, but he had a draft. He was able to sniff a draft off Carson Hocevar, so call that wind aided. Welcome back to Speed Weeks, presented by Advent Health. All the intel we got, all the Larry Max McNuggets, all said single car runs, that's all we're going to see in this hour. And then right away in the early going, there's a 2-car draft with Heim and Hocevar. Then there's a 3-car draft with 3 other guys. Everything changed.
Yeah, well, what happens is a lot of times it's not structured the way that you go out on the racetrack. So what'll happen is guys will just pull out there on the racetrack and in a slot that they think is open, and then the next thing you know, that guy catches you way faster, and the guy that wanted to be out there by himself winds up getting the draft off the guy in front of him. So these times are going to be a little mixed up because we don't know who had a bigger draft than the other.
All right, here's Daniel Suarez in his new ride. Now, Ryan Blaney just went back to the garage area, and we had some interesting in-car view of what was going on with the 12.
Oh, that's the worst from a driver's standpoint. So what happens at the end of every year? They take all this paint on the chassis and they media blast it. They'll basically go in like sandblast type material. And what happens is they don't fill all the holes up in where all the bolts go. And when you do this, you got to fill all those holes up, or all that goes into the chassis. Well, and as soon as you start running again, it finds all those holes and it blows it out into the driver. So from a driver's standpoint, you're kind of frustrated. All your stuff is brand new. You got all these pretty looking gloves and everything's fresh. And
Kevin's telling on himself. He doesn't like being dirty.
I don't. I mean, you work all winter to get the car perfect, and the first thing you do, you go out there and all of a sudden this stuff starts blowing in your face, and you're like, what in the world?
Well, that blasting media, one, it's a distraction, and 2, you don't want to breathe that stuff. Yeah. Gosh.
But it's a mess, right? Hey, that's going to be everywhere in that car.
If that bullet's fast, I don't care. Media blast it away. And it's going to be fast.
Well, you see Corey Heim getting on the pit road right here, and you think today, you're like, and I heard the 71 car chatter about not wanting to practice. And I look at that situation. I don't agree with that at all. I think that's not a great decision, because this race will be won on pit road. And getting onto pit road, if you have a green flag pit stop and you don't know exactly where your marker is and lock up a tire or do something wrong, it winds up being bad.
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves, Kevin. We got to be in this race first. He's one of those open cars, folks. Has to qualify in. Might happen today.
But you have no time to practice getting on pit road before the race.
To your point, if you don't get qualified in on speed today, you're going to have to race your way in, and you're going to need all those.
All right, so the open cars, there are 8 of them. And the drivers with charters that are locked into the field are in white on our pylon. And the drivers who have to time in or race in are in gray. 2 will time in tonight during qualifying. And with a new procedure this year, they'll be locked in. They're done. And here are the 8 drivers hopeful of those 4 spots. 2 from time trials and 2 will race in. And unlike in past years, the 2 that time in tonight, they don't have to worry about the 150s at all, and they don't affect the 150s at all. So it's an either or.
That's why today in this practice is very important. That's the easy way in. The hard way is tomorrow, and man, is it stressful on those teams. It's one of my favorite things to cover when we come down here to Daytona, because the pressure is definitely on.
And I like, it's another win for NASCAR. They've made a lot of great changes over the offseason to get us back to our roots and make things simpler. This process just made things simpler to understand.
Yeah, we don't have to worry anymore about, well, he gets in if this guy races in, and if he doesn't, then somebody else does. None of that. It's very cut and dry with the new procedure, as we'll explain tonight during qualifying. Qualifying is something that Alex Bowman has excelled at here at Daytona. 6 front row starts in the Daytona 500, most of any driver ever.
Well, and a lot of that has to do with the team, right? This is all about preparation. Alex Bowman, great race car driver, but when you come here, this is all about having that whole winter to prepare for the Daytona 500, get the most speed out of your car. And we've seen kind of a mixed bag with the Hendrick cars on the super speedways, but usually when they come down for the Daytona 500, they're going for that pole.
They have that one tied down about as tight as I've seen in a car. Look at that thing bounce.
35 minutes to go in the one and only pre-qualifying practice. Qualifying tonight on FS1, and tomorrow night the duel at Daytona on FS1 to set the field for Sunday's Daytona 500 on Fox. A breezy day in Daytona, where this week William Byron goes for what would be an historic repeat. 5 drivers have won it back-to-back. Nobody 3 in a row. And Larry Mack is with the defending champ of the 500.
Well, I am. William Byron, you ran some laps. It wasn't many laps, but 2 laps. What was the agenda there?
Yeah, really just kind of get a systems check for qualifying, and honestly, just kind of get the car ready for Q trim. So, yeah, pretty non-eventful on my end. Just try to feel it out and get comfortable, but it's hard to really do any race practice when the car is pretty committed to qualifying today. So, Raptor Chevrolet looks great this year. Appreciate those guys. They did a great job with the new scheme, and just nice to be back racing. It feels like it's been a while. So, yeah, it's just nice to be down here and excited to get going.
So I know there's so many unknowns about this new body, William, the new Camaro ZL1. Such a fine line between having that speed for tonight and qualifying, but having a good driving race car tomorrow night in the duel.
It is. I mean, I think everyone's going to be a little bit different on Thursday than they will be for Sunday, but hopefully this new body, like you said, will kind of help us be a little bit more competitive in the duel. And Thursday's always kind of been a day that we just try to get through, and I feel like this year hopefully we can be a little bit more aggressive and lead some laps and all those kind of things. So yeah, we'll see how it goes, but like I said, just excited to get racing. I feel like just ready. Qualifying will be fun tonight, but really excited for the duel and just be able to get out there and dice it up a little bit.
Guys, that seems to be a common theme down here. I think everybody is glad and was ready to get back to the racetrack.
I think you're right, Larry. You know, of course, we were at the racetrack at Bowman Gray for the Clash, but that was an exhibition race, a one-off event. Snow, sleet, you know, whatever. Just totally different from coming to Daytona to get the season started.
Well, you see Austin Dillon right there sitting on pit road. And one of the most important things that you can do tonight, Clint, is this launch off of pit road. And you don't want to spin the tires, but you want to spin the tires a little bit in order to get the car going so that you can get those rear tires hooked up as quick as possible to get the RPMs up quick. So a lot of what you do on these 2 laps starts right here at the end of pit road. So very important, going back to the 71, being able to know and have, from a driver standpoint, have that muscle memory of, okay, I used the gas pedal this much, and you heard William Byron talk about it. Glad to be back at the racetrack. But those details of getting off of pit road, going through the gears, every driver and team will have an RPM that they want to go through in each gear to be able to shift at the exact point. So you hear Austin right now, he's got his car started, turned it back off. You see him frustrated right there when he puts his arm up because there's so many cars on the racetrack. They want a clear spot to get as little draft as possible, because if you can see that car at the end of the straightaway, most likely you're getting some help in the draft. So you want to find a clear spot to know exactly how much speed your car has so you're not surprised in qualifying. But it all starts right here on the launch. All right, here we go. See the front of that car bouncing, and in qualifying they're going to be able to go straight up on the racetrack. Right now you put your left sides on the yellow line, blend into turn 1, but you got 5 gears. So that first gear launch happens pretty quick. You got to get right to second gear. Typically it's going to be around 88, 8900. And then as you get from that 4th to 5th shift, the RPM is going to come down a little bit. You're going to want to shift somewhere, just guessing on where the engines are, somewhere around 85, 8600, so that you get the maximum out of everything in the engine with the RPM band. So a lot on the driver from the process standpoint.
How about his line on this get up to speed lap?
Yeah, so on the get up to speed lap, you're going to want to run as high as possible to make the most distance possible to give yourself as much time
get that baby wound up
to get up to speed. And then as you come through the trial, you're going to want to go down that hill to the bottom of the racetrack, and you're going to see him run as close to that yellow line as possible. And from a driver's standpoint, you want to try to put that left front splitter right on that yellow line. He's just a little bit high. We're going to get nitpicky, but you want to be on the line because the line is on the racetrack a little bit. So that yellow line where the seams of the asphalt meet are actually not where the apron is. So you can cover that line just a little bit, but racetrack to racetrack that varies as to is the line on the track or is it on the apron.
And you can flirt with that and get too greedy. You get down and drag the side skirt or the front splitter on the bottom, and that takes a lot of speed
and
out.
And with this splitter you have to be super careful because it's very stiff. And what it'll actually do, and through the tri-oval is where you do it the most, but it'll take that splitter and pull the whole car to the left. So you want to be close, but if you touch that apron, it'll actually yank the car to the left.
All 41 cars have been on track, 41 out of 45. Welcome back to NASCAR Cup Series practice on FS1, presented by Toyota. 25 minutes to go in this session with qualifying to follow tonight here on FS1. Take a look at today's Toyota driver profile. Denny Hamlin had a great 2025 that ended up with everything but the championship. It slipped from his grasp when a caution flew with just a couple of laps to go, and on the ensuing restart he was unable to challenge. And Kyle Larson took home the title, but Hamlin, look at those career stats, 60 wins on the board.
Yeah, you go back and look at that race from last year. He was right there.
Yeah, and when you look at him slow down, you see him bouncing around in that seat. And as you slow down, it almost gets worse. You hear the gears.
All green. Gears. 10 away. Now 5.
And I wanted to let you guys, let everybody listening and watching at home hear that, because it is a rough ride for the drivers. And what he's doing right there is getting in and out of the pit box. Same thing as taking off. You want to know the grip of the pit box, how hard you can use the brakes, but also how hard you can use the throttle. A lot of time to be gained depending on where your pit stall is, as to where that next timing line is and how hard you can get out of that box. So,
and on hot tires, Kevin. It's important nowadays when we come to Daytona, there's a lot of times that you're just taking fuel only, and that launch is quite different on hot tires versus a brand new set of stickers.
Yeah, and you see him going, you would think that he would go a lot faster than that, but when you run slow like that, the car starts bouncing, and then it starts hitting the splitter and getting things out of the shape that there are when it starts hitting the ground.
He's still practicing pit road speed right there is what he's doing.
No, he's not.
You don't think?
I think he's just going slow.
What's
because
that RPM?
When they go slow like that, it just bounces and hits the ground, and that apron is so rough that you want to scuff up everything underneath the car as little as possible.
A lot of these teams will have, you could switch your RPM, right? You switch your page on that if it was a little bit fast or whatever. He might have been doing that.
Triple T here, guys. There is 22 minutes left.
By the way, if there was ever somebody that got caught speeding the most, it's him. So he's probably, for good reason, practicing pit road speed.
Yeah, and I think that they'll want to practice pit road speed on pit road, because that way they can check their settings to NASCAR's settings, and each zone's a little bit different as to how that speed is set. So
I mean, just getting used to your lines, your dots on the dash and everything like that for yourself, not necessarily the team.
A.J. Allmendinger showing off that new front end that Chevrolet is using on their Cup cars this year.
Always interesting when you have a new style, especially on this car, when you have something changed, a new style body or nose or whatever the change is. It's so detail oriented as to what the balance of the race car is. It might make speed, might make downforce. You're hoping that it makes more speed and gains downforce with efficiency.
Now, speaking of detail, note the number, the font that is used on A.J. Allmendinger's car, and we're going to see this on all of the RFK Fords and maybe even a couple of others. Not only is Allmendinger carrying Greg Biffle's number 16, but it's in the exact same font that the Biff used during his great career at Roush Racing.
Yeah, very cool to do that.
It is great to see that. I mean, Greg Biffle had a great career, obviously embedded into our community on and off the racetrack, and you know, they had the tragic accident, but great to see all of our competitors honoring Greg Biffle. That high line is very interesting right here. You see that patch, and you know, in qualifying trim, it's easy to run that whole top lane, but it can be interesting as to what direction the wind is blowing. It always seems like turn 4 is a little trickier than turn 2, but running that high line all the way around the wall like that, Clint, in a pack gets a lot more tricky than it is right now.
And it's more narrow than it looks. From those hash marks up to the wall, I mean, it's obviously a car width, but when you get up there and you're running a high line, it's tighter than it looks. Then you get out there and you're 3 wide, and all that goes out the window. You forget about it.
And it's really interesting. We saw AJ run a lap all the way around the top, and now we're watching him run a lap in the middle of the racetrack all the way around. I'm not sure if he's already done the bottom of the racetrack. So each team has its own agenda and thoughts and processes, and that's what makes super speedway racing great, is finding something that nobody else has and gathering the details and the data of things that maybe somebody else didn't think about, and getting creative and understanding things that are in different lines of the racetrack as to how the car bounces and travels, and the difference in speed.
I heard you say the patch in 1 and 2. There's new things out there. You need to make sure, no matter what, on the bottom, middle, or the top of that racetrack, that you're not going to bottom out and the travels are going to be set right.
Chase Briscoe had a great 2025. Came oh so close to the championship, and you get a feeling that Okay, he's gotten through his first year at Joe Gibbs Racing. This is a fellow we're going to have to contend with for championships for quite a while.
I agree. No sophomore slump here.
Yeah, and you see him doing the same thing right there that we saw Denny Hamlin do. Just stop in a pit box, get used to that launch.
And Briscoe, we've been trying to watch and see whose laps were aided by drafting. He might be the quickest single car here so far.
Tonight on FS1, the stars of the NASCAR Cup Series put speed to the test and run for the pole and to lock into the Daytona 500. Coverage begins at 8 p.m. Eastern. Racing action begins with the duel at Daytona, Thursday night, 7:30 Eastern on FS1.
Practice continues here for another 15 minutes in this session. And 6 on the board is 7-time champ Jimmy Johnson, multiple Daytona 500 winner, in an interesting situation. NASCAR has created a provisional start that drivers must apply for. Drivers with great racing resumes, whether it's in NASCAR or in other series around the world, can apply for it. It's on a race-to-race basis, and Jimmy, who finished 3rd in the 500 last year, has applied for and taken that provisional. That means, for the purposes of qualifying, he'll be treated like all the other charter cars. He is guaranteed in the race. He does not have to time in or race him. There are other components to that, but for today, he doesn't have to worry about qualifying. That's the main thing.
Yeah, and you see our list of guys that do have to worry about qualifying, so they're gray in our pylon so that you can keep track of the cars that have to qualify on time tonight, and then they'll have another opportunity on Thursday to race their way in the qualifying races. So a couple opportunities for these guys to lock into the field.
So of those 8, 2 will make it tonight in qualifying, and 1 will make it from each dual race on Thursday. All right, let's check with Regan on another developing story.
Well, Mike, you guys have talked earlier in the show about drivers and teams having the entire offseason to prepare for Daytona. One driver that did not was Brad Keselowski. Late December, a skiing accident, or an accident while on a skiing trip, caused him to have a broken right femur. It took him the rest of the offseason to get approval to be down here at Daytona, work with the doctors, work with the physical therapist, and everybody involved to get approval to come here and race at Daytona. That took place Monday, a 50-lap test at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. NASCAR granted him the approval to be in the car. He has been out there so far practicing today. A couple adjustments inside the race car, though, to help him out with comfort. Very minor detail stuff when it comes to the seat insert and things like that. And of note also, David Reagan, a longtime Ford driver, is on standby here this weekend. If they were to need some help with the car, if Brad maybe has too much pain or something like that, David Reagan is standing by and maybe could hop in the car for a little bit of practice on Thursday or on Friday or Saturday potentially. Right now, Brad 34th on the board and 7 laps run. He's made 2 runs in the car, and no word from the driver at all. So I think that's a good thing.
So that gives RFK Racing, which is a 3-car full-time team, 5 drivers in Daytona. They have Corey LaJoie in a 4th car. Safety in numbers drafting here at Daytona, so they have 4 cars entered and David Reagan on standby.
Yeah, and Brad's dealt with the injury stuff before. In 2011, 4 days after breaking his ankle in a testing crash at Road Atlanta, he came back to win the race.
Yep. Corey LaJoie is now the fastest of the 8 drivers who have to make the field on time, although I believe that was a drafting aided lap time, as were Cindric and Chastain. Bubba Wallace and Daniel Suarez now up in the top 5. .5 minutes to go in pre-qualifying practice at Daytona.
Press box, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, how do you tell the world that we lost Dale Earnhardt today?
I'm a rookie. I was 8. We were all there. I was one of the last people to talk to Dale Earnhardt the day he died.
You remember what life was like before that day?
and you remember what life has been like after that day.
We've lost Dale Earnhardt.
You'll want to see this tomorrow night after the duels. It's not about the race, about the crash, about the telecast. No, it's about what we lost. And there's a lot of Dale Earnhardt personality in this show. And if you were a fan of his or not, or even if you never saw him race, you're going to enjoy it. We've lost Dale Earnhardt 25 years later tomorrow night. Austin Cindric, top of the chart, 49.32. That's 187.4 miles per hour. But that, we believe, was a drafting lap. Can't really keep track of everybody that pops to the top of the board and say, is there another car within a few thousand feet of them or not?
You almost have to ignore this
Right.
qualifying order, or this practice order of times, because there's so many things that are happening. Most importantly, you got to check all the boxes of what your agenda was to start practice, what you wanted to accomplish. Every team had a plan when they got here as to how they wanted to do things. We've seen the 71 car not practice at all. We've seen some guys out there in a small group, whether it was on purpose or accident, they wound up there. We've seen some guys run a couple laps, some guys run a lot of laps. So every team has a different way to take advantage of this practice session that they typically don't get.
This is to complete, into 4 behind.
Watching Austin Cindric as we go down to the garage. We're going to check with Larry Mack.
Yeah, Mike, we hear so much about qualifying trim and race trim. Now, all of my years as a crew chief, and really when Clint and Kevin first started driving, there's no way you could be in both situations in a 50-minute practice, because between qualifying and race, or race and qualifying trim, we would basically change everything but the roof number. But it's a small toolbox now. They'll change the block-off plate in the ductwork. Let less airflow through those hood louvers. That helps the drag of the car. Kevin was talking about on the shock stops. In race trim, you're going to be on the springs. You're going to give the car a better ride, more compliance, but you're going to take rounds out and put it down on those stops because there's speed there. There's some NACA ducts in the quarter windows. You're going to block those up. You're going to put sticker tires, maybe get a little creative with air pressure, and that's about the extent of it, about a 10-minute changeover between the two trims.
Wow, that's not much.
It isn't much, and you know, I think that's one thing that this Gen 7 car has brought to us, is there's not a lot of things that you can really get creative on to make speed. But when we're talking about making speed today, and the things that it has created, is the times are so much closer. Those hundredths, a tenth of a second is going to be probably 8-10 spots. I'd have to look at the last year qualifying sheet, but it's the details matter so much, and here from a driver and team standpoint, you want to tolerate as much as you can from the speed standpoint to make sure that whether it's bouncing or whether it's handling or whatever it is, the qualifying race is short, so being able to go that amount of distance compared to 500 miles on Sunday, kind of two different thought processes. One's at night, one's during the day. So there's a lot of things to take into consideration, but you want to tolerate as much of the speed as possible in the car if you can.
Tyler Reddick right down against the line. Hendrick Motorsports had such a long run of poles here, and then last year Joe Gibbs Racing comes in and Chase Briscoe grabs the Daytona 500 pole. And here's Tyler Reddick, second in the 500, and you're hopeful of a front row start here.
You're going to see right here, there's one bump right in the middle of the corner, and then this part gets tricky right here, especially with the way that the banking rolls off so fast, Clint. You know how that is. If the car comes down the racetrack and you hit those bumps wrong, it takes the front end and starts pushing. Even in qualifying trim, if the car is too low and it starts bouncing right there and hits the ground in the wrong spot, it'll kind of take off on you just a little bit, and that knocks speed out of the car. So you want to do everything you can to get the car just right, so that when it goes through that bump and the driver's hands don't have to change directions or put more wheel in the car to scrub speed. So a lot of details go into what's going to happen tonight for qualifying.
But we haven't seen a whole lot of intentional drafting during this 50 minutes of practice. See what happens in the final 4 here. 4 minutes, that is. Welcome back to Daytona. Daytona 500 practice presented by Toyota. 2.5 minutes to go. Time for a couple more laps to finish this off and then get ready for qualifying tonight, 8 p.m. on FS1.
Yeah, and right now, as we watch 78 car there finishing his qualifying practice run, well, it could be a race run. He's going to finish his laps. How about that?
Yep.
But what we see out here is pretty much what you got. You're going to see some guys. Saw Denny Hamlin just come off of pit road doing his pit road speed in and out of the box again. So there's definitely a lot of agendas to be finished here at the end of practice. And I always like to take the practice, Clint, just to get more reps and be smooth and be comfortable and relaxed. And one of the key elements for the driver is to be relaxed in the car, to not put any more wheel input in that car than you need, and memorize all the bumps so you have that muscle memory to know where those bumps are, to not jerk the wheel when it goes over the bump and lands, so that you get those inputs perfectly smooth. So I always like to take as much practice time as possible when you had the opportunity.
Now, all of the cars but 2 have been on track, and those are Michael McDowell. We heard at the start of the show he was not going to practice, and Todd Gilliland. Everybody else has been on track for at least a few laps.
Well, you see Brad here and didn't run the clash. Put you behind right off the bat because you hadn't been in the race car. Now you're here at Daytona trying to. I know he got to go to Charlotte and make some laps, but now you're here in the battle of a competition and trying to get comfortable in the car still, trying to understand the difference in loads and things from Charlotte to make sure that he's comfortable in the seat after his injury and everything that he had happen. So hate that he had to sit out a week, because I feel like you always need to be in the car when everybody else is in the car, but they definitely want Brad to be in this car for the race. Obviously a great track record on the super speedways and the things that he has done.
Just ran his best of the 10 laps at 183.5 miles an hour. Connor Zilic is one of only 3 drivers in this entire field who does not have a start in the Daytona 500. Chandler Smith and Corey Heim are the other 2.
Definitely one of the most anticipated rookies we've had in the field in a long time.
And everywhere this kid goes, he wins. But boy, he's climbing the steep face of the mountain right here.
Yeah, there's no steeper mountain that he's had to climb yet. So big learning curve in front of Connor.
Red and black flag is out. Let's check with Regan Smith.
Like one driver already out of his race car this practice session, Ross Chastain, second quickest in this practice for you and new crew chief Brandon McSwain. I got to imagine that was a good start to Speed Weeks.
Well, it was almost by accident, Regan. For our Busch-Light Chevy, we were out there just letting everything normalize temperatures, and I had people blending behind me, drafting with me, and then my old Migo blended in front of me, and we had a 3-car draft, and we didn't even want it. So, yeah, just trying to get the temperatures normalized, and then we did one more run to let me launch off pit road and all the normal stuff for tonight. So, so cool to have Brandon McSwain with Phil Surgeon stepping up in leadership at Trackhouse, but Brandon, a guy I've known a long time, another Florida boy. So we feel right at home here back at Daytona, and it's a good, uneventful start to Speed Week for us.
Whether it was accidental or not, still feels good for the next 6 hours to know you were second quickest in this practice session. Let's walk right over here. Bubba Wallace pitted right next to Ross Chastain. Bubba Wallace was 4th quick in this practice session. A little debrief here with crew chief Charles DeNike still, but Bubba, you've been so close in the Daytona 500. Every year we come here, you got speed, and it is no different today.
Yeah, well, it's good to be back. Yeah, you don't know, like this today is just like it's very boring. And so like everybody's kind of, I don't know if everybody is, but I'm kind of antsy, like I want a PR lap. And so we had our practice plan to do a Q run and then go out and do a race run. And so I'm just trying to like manage my gaps to get a good lap. And I was looking, I knew what my Q time was, and I picked up like a second. And I'm like, oh, it's got to be the top. And I'm only 4th, so kind of bummed about that. But all in all, yeah, our Xfinity Camry looks good. It's fast, feels good, and I can't say the pack behind another car. All in all, it's a good day.
Good days down here, Mike. I got all smiles in my part of the garage area. I like this right now.
So he got his PR lap for public relations. Here are the Fast Five in practice.
It definitely helps Chase Elliott.
Sure.
I mean, there's no question that it helps Chase Elliott because of the fact that this is his style of racing. Like, they're grinders. They're able to take those 10ths and turn them into 5ths, and take a 20th and turn it into a 10th, and so you have to be a grinder in this system to win it.
So it is the new way of determining a champion, the new old way, which is back for 2026, and that's the Harvick Happy Pod. Happy Hour, new episode Tuesdays and Thursdays. Where you get your podcasts, you want to give it a listen. Cool fun.
Yeah, we were talking about the new championship. Well, what's new is old. The chase format for the championship this year. So, I think that as much as Clint's not going to want to hear this, it's all about getting the points started this weekend. It starts in the duels. First through 10th gets points in each duel. So you have to be able to gather those points and balance that with trying to win the Daytona 500.
But I like the consistency factor of these playoffs. That's the way it needs to be. Wins count, right? They matter. They've really done a good job with this playoff format towards the end of the year. Yes, I agree with you on Chase Elliott, but I also think this 11, Denny Hamlin, fits right in his play.
For sure. There's a lot of guys that can take advantage of this system with the things that they do on the racetrack. But, I think that every week matters. You can't save your stuff for the playoffs anymore. You've got to be able to gather those points and able to put yourself in a position to be in that top 5 or 6 when you get to the end of week 26.
Well, that's what I think is key, is you can't afford a bad day. One DNF could take you out of the chase.
Yeah, and the likelihood of that DNF happening this weekend is high. You have a good opportunity to get stuck in somebody else's mess.
Before you go talking about points, let's not get ahead of ourselves. We got to be in this race. We got to make the Daytona 500, and that's going to happen tonight. I'm looking forward to it.
$8 p.m. tonight, NASCAR Cup Series Daytona 500 qualifying. Be right here on FS1 as we set the front row for the Great American Race. Now coming up next on FS1, Wake Up Barstool.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting. NASCAR would like to thank all of our fans for your support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.